Let's go Blu-ray hunting, Isle of Wight style. Alright, so I am over on the Isle of Wight, currently in Newport, and I'm going to go Blu-ray hunting. I'm going to go and take a look in the CEX that is here. Only one on the island, that being here in Newport, which is essentially the centre of the island, or the main town in the island, on the island I should say. But let's go and take a look what they've got in there. Okay, so at the moment it's 8 AM over here. Obviously CEX won't open for another hour, but I'm going to go Wetherspoon, have a little bit of breakfast. Unfortunately, like most British seaside towns, well, this ain't on the sea, it's just sort of falling apart and don't get much love anymore. But here's the Wetherspoon, which is inside an old church, which is fantastic. It looks great inside, look at that. The pub is called the Man on the Moon. There's a man on the moon. Okay, so it's the sun's getting warm, and it's only 10 to 9, and that sun's quite warm here. But I'm just going to look in WH Smith's and B&M before I head round to CEX. So inside B&M and having a look at the toys like I do, and here's some plush Marvel figures, £7 a piece, but very much like the ones you would win in the grabby machines in an arcade. Pretty tacky. There's a Hot Wheels end, and I always have a scan for any Batmobiles that might be new, but nothing in here. Big section of Lego, and as you can see, there's a James Bond, Aston Martin, the original style, some Batman and Marvel figures there, Star Wars Lego, more Star Wars Lego there, and now over to this toy section where I've got these in here for $29.99 each, which is cheap. Captain America from Infinity War Machine from Endgame there, and from the comics, Sam Wilson, Captain America in his suit, and I actually have all three of them already. A couple of Transformers, some Grogu's, Iron Spider up the top there, whatever that was, dress up thing I suppose. And here's the DC figures. We have an unmasked Catwoman there. I've dropped the Reverse Flash. Up he goes. There's a Batwoman. That's a Penguin. I'm moving out of the way from the film. A couple of characters down there. There's a Wonder Woman. Let's take a look at that Wonder Woman, see what she looks like. If I can get it out. I'm trying to work one-handed here. $12.99. Not a bad looking figure from McFarlane Toys. We have here 20 quid, a very large Funko Pop He-Man. cool if you're into Funkos. I'm not, but you know, and then you have these other little Avengers things. That was the Wasp, I believe. And Jurassic Park. And now I'm out and I'm walking through Newport. Lovely sunny day there, monument in the middle. And down here and on the right is an entertainer. So again, I'm going to have a look in there. I don't know, moving at so slow speed. Is it moving at slow speed or is it that car? Is it just me? I feel like I'm walking slow. I'm wondering if I had this on a slow-mo kick at that point. But now we're inside, and as you can see, there's some Tom and Jerry down the bottom. A lot of Marvel figures. Looking up and around. Transformers and stuff. And, well, wrestling. Not into wrestling. Funkos there, I think that was. Some Star Wars bits and pieces. Grogu there, plush Grogu. And over here we have some dinosaur stuff, Jurassic Park, and some Batmobiles there. Some Batman figures, DC figures, Lightyear. But nothing in here that speaks to me. So, yeah, one last, let's dress up as Batman now, and off we go. And here we are, CeX. So what wonders does this CeX have in store? Quite a few HD DVDs there, so skip past them into the 4K section where we had the amazing Spider-Man double pack there, Apocalypse Now, Elvis there, The Predator, £6 on 4K, Close Encounters there, tenner. Aquaman, £6. Alita, Joker, there's a few bits. Goonies, 12 quid. War for the Planet of the Apes there, decent film, not many people went to see it. And a couple of Arrow titles here, the big collector's editions. £22 there for Dawn of the Dead. Is that good? I think that's pretty good, must be. So, into the standard Blu-ray section, and what am I pulling out there? Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, I believe that I've actually got it. I picked up in Poundland, but never watched it as of yet. So, I'm just having a sort of browse through there. Bad Teacher there, Bullet Trains there. What's this? Wakanda Forever, £8 Blu-ray. Batman and Turtles, that's a surprisingly good animated movie if you haven't seen it. Now at this point there's not really anything catching my eye, but I'm yawning, I'm so sorry, I'm tired. Contagion there, obviously, you know, that had a sort of revival during the COVID pandemic. Death Wish, the original, Charles Bronson. Some more Planet of the Apes there. I'm going to look Defiance, Dictator, Dallas Buyers Club, a film that I've not bothered watching, and Batman. I'm dropping that on the floor. Reverse Flash, and now the Batman. I've got it in for superhero stuff at the moment, haven't I? Van Damme, one of the 88 films Van Damme collector's item. Not the first one I come across in here. There's maybe 3 of them. They come with cards or poster inside or a little booklet, that sort of thing. And here's Extraction. Obviously, Extraction, not something you want when you go to the dentist, is it? I only put that back up on top because I couldn't slot it in, not because I wanted it, so don't think that. Here's that £8 Game of Thrones release that I picked up a week ago, or 2 weeks ago, something like that. greasing. What else do we have there? What's the Harry and the Hendersons, or in America, no, over here, Bigfoot and Hendersons it was called, because we were too stupid as Brits to know what Harry is. John Carpenter's Vampires, an underrated John Carpenter classic, and Ghosts of Mars was actually a film that utilised the script of what would have been Escape from New York Part 3, or Escape from the Moon, I think it would have been, or Escape from Mars, something like that. Jack Ryan, Season 1. Season 4 is about to begin very soon on what is that on? Is that Amazon? I don't know what that's on, but I can't remember. Keith Lemon there. I hate Keith Lemon, but Kelly Brook was on the box. So, and there's that other Van Damme one that I mentioned. And there's still another in here. Someone must have traded in his Van Damme. There's a steelbook there of King Arthur. Now, they did have other steelbooks in a case, a glass case further down. I didn't get to record them. A bashed in La La Land. Film that I want to watch again. And Limitless, £1, but normally that has a lenticular on it, or some of them did have a lenticular on. Legend of the Guardians, I remember going to cinema to see that for some odd reason. I think I took one of the children to see it. My Name is Bruce, a decent Bruce Willis movie. Me, Myself and Irene, £10. Midsummer. Ugh. Hate that movie. Makes me feel sick to the stomach even thinking about it, seriously. It's one of those films that just had an awful effect on me. Which I suppose is good in a way, in that it had an effect. It was a negative effect, but it had an effect. Picard there. Now I get interrupted there because there's a bit of trouble outside, so I sort of scan back over that P shelf and the one below as well. Picard was, and there you go, Replicant. There's the other Van Damme one I was talking about, and I'm sort of back to where I was then. Shoot 'em up. I'm sure I have that somewhere. I'm sure I had it. Silverado. These are the S's that I'm looking in. It, the original TV sort of miniseries version. Stalingrad with Tim Curry, not Stalingrad. It. Tim Curry was in that as Pennywise the Clown. Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I think that was £35. Seasons 1 to 5. The outer box was a bit tatty. There's a Terminator release for you. And now we're down to the sort of end of the Blu-ray section. Wild Bill, nothing to do with anything that I thought it might have had something to do with. But yeah, so here's the bottom shelf. But then I'm going to go and have a quick look in the TV. And that'll give me another 2 minutes or so of this part of the video. So, obviously starting at the numbers. There's some hello there. Angel. American Dad. I do prefer Family Guy to American Dad. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, £22 for season 1 to 7 complete. That's good. And here's Bread. Who remembers Bread on TV? Wow. Looking at that brings back some memories of a show that probably at the time I quite enjoyed, but have no interest in revisiting. The Cape, look, superhero show, and it's not based. It's an original idea. I've not got it, and I didn't pick it up either. Dempsey and Makepeace. Is that season 2 or season 3? I don't know, but it's obviously from Network, I think, who have recently gone under. So time to pick those things up if you don't have them already. Fear the Walking Dead. Madison there, her last season when she died, but she didn't die because now she's back again. Death of the Incredible Hulk, Lou Ferrigno. Yes, the Hulk does die, and that is a TV film that concludes the Hulk TV series. He dies by falling off of a helicopter. Yes, honestly. And here's a rarity. Moonlighting, seasons 1 and 2 together. They were together always on the release, but 18 quid. you don't often see moonlighting, and I believe it's a show that isn't available on any streaming service or any TV series, any TV channel anywhere. I don't know if that's changed now, but that certainly was the case not too long ago. I do have them as Region 1 imports, so it's not a required pickup or anything like that. If I didn't have them, certainly I would be picking them up, because I do have a voucher to utilise still. Stargate Atlantis there, and another season of Stargate Atlantis. Space 1999 season 2. Tripods. And here we are coming to the end of this look in CEX. So let's get back outside. Okay, that was the CEX there. Interestingly, at the point of filming, I've only been on the island a couple of hours. Got here early. I don't book into my place until 4 o'clock, so I've got all day to kill, which is fine. But the Isle of Wight festival is going on at this moment in time, and in Newport there was one geezer chasing another geezer through the town, wanting to beat him up, I mean aggressively, and they're shouting further on up in the town, and it's only just turned, well, it's not even turned 9:30 yet. So I'm heading over to the other side of the island, because I've got the tortoise with me, and going to let him out and have a little run around in the sun. So let's do that. So the beach is on the other side of that wall, and we just sat here because yeah. Some adders. Gonna go adder hunting. So I've just driven past a shop that that's got some DVDs and stuff outside the front, obviously cheap, and bits and bobs. I'll take a look, and this is in Sandown High Street. I found a place to park up. Let's hope my battery lasts, because it's nearly running out. So let's go and take a look. It's just over there. Curiosity shop. Given possible something 82 there. A lot of the sun faded, as you can tell. But yeah, a lot more down there. in the window they have trains and stuff. That's about it. So I'm outside this little shop in Shanklin, and they've got loads of Star Trek stuff. Ties there, look, magazines, comics, chess set, watch, Enterprise, Christmas ornaments. Oh, they're quite nice actually. Enterprise is nice, and that Klingon vessel. You got a ball cube there, sphere, ball cube, quite good. Thing there. Someone must have been a big Star Trek enthusiast. That's from All Good Things. £10. £10. I can't see no prices on these ones now. £10 on them mugs. £2 on that mug. £5 on spot. I wonder if some of this stuff is worth anything. Now I'm outside this shop here, Arcade Games in Shanklin, and as you can see, they've got a lot of stuff. They've got loads of Funko Pops here in the window. Walls of Funko. Okay, so I'm back from that day out, or that day, first day getting over here onto the island. I got over here at 6 AM. I left home at 3 AM. I got to Portsmouth Harbour at about 4:45 and managed to squeeze on the ferry. The last car on, just about got it on. Fantastic. So we got over here early. Didn't check in here until about 3 o'clock, so we had the whole rest of the day to get through. So obviously I went to that CEX. I picked up one item in there, that one item being £10, and it is Me, Myself and Irene, Jim Carrey. And I had been looking at this on DVD, because the DVD does actually come with a lenticular. If you can get a hold of that particular one, it is available in places, but it ain't often that I see the Blu-ray of this. I don't think I've seen it for a long time in anywhere, so thusly I picked it up. It's a Farrelly Brothers film, obviously. Yeah, so yeah, from Newport, Isle of Wight, as you can see. Now I went into Smith's, and just to read, I picked up Legion of Monsters from Marvel with Morbius in it, Elsa Bloodstone, Werewolf by Night. Yeah, just give me something to read. It was a tenner. And then, surprisingly, the other pickup that I got, I went into a Christmas shop that they have over here in Shanklin, and I couldn't not pick this up for the Christmas tree. It cost £16, but I just couldn't not. And it is Gremlins Christmas tree hanging ornaments. They had a gizmo one, but this looked far better, and thusly I just thought, no, I've got to, I have to get that. It's dear, but I want it for the Christmas tree. Look at that. Look at that. How great is that? Look. Oh, that's really good. I like that a lot. Fantastic. Yeah, very pleased with that. So that was it. Those were the pickups from this day. Now I will be visiting another 2 CEXs while I'm over here, because I'm going to go back over to the mainland, where there's a quite a big one in Portsmouth, and then I'm going to jump across to Gosport on the little ferry and go into that one. And that's it. Yes, I did bring the tortoise with me because my father was meant to have the tortoise at first, but my father hasn't been very well. So I said, look, I'm not going to let you look after the tortoise. So, you know, I'll take that out of your hands. I'll bring him with me. Tortoise ain't no issue. He can run around the floor. I inflated a paddling pool and put him into it. I'll show you. As you can see down there, I believe there, he can just stay in there for now. Well, when we're in the place, he can run around. The room, but I don't know if he's in mating season or marking his territory, so to speak, showing a sign of dominance. But he started attacking my foot by headbutting it, and that's the first time I've ever seen him do that. He's ever done it. Interesting. So yeah, good stuff. So that's it. Yeah, and my father was meant to come with me as well. After I decided to bring the tortoise, I said to my dad, why don't you come with us, and then I can look after you over here, you know, and you can get a break from things. But he pulled out of that sort of last minute, and yeah. But anyway, that's it. So 2 more CEX trips coming up. Whether they'll be in 1 video or 2 remains to be seen. Depends how I do them. But that's it for now. It's AJ. See you on the next one. Take care all. Goodbye.